Here we go. And here we go. Hello, everyone. Rainey with my Dream Boat Project here. Glad to see you here. Glad to be on. This is my first live preview, a live show with my channel. So welcome, everyone. We have something very interesting to talk about. Just recently, I've been advertising all over the place on Facebook, on YouTube, at different locations, different social medias, trying to find out how to make a living or how people make a living on a boat. Got quite a few responses, and I thought, wow, this would be a great show or a great thing to bring up to everyone, to share with everyone, especially if there's anyone out there watching who is living on a boat or wants to live on a boat and is wondering how to make money. So that's what we're going to go over. I've got quite a few of them. We're going to see how many I can get through. We're going to see what kind of participation we have, because I'm also going to ask you if you have any ideas, if you're living on a boat, if you want to live on a boat, what are you doing for making money? What would you be doing? What have you done? And we'll see how it goes from there. Oh, Carvin's here. Hello, Carvin. Great to see you. And I was just telling Raluca, I wonder if Carvin's going to be coming on. And, woohoo, my first visitor. So anyways, we have Carvin over here. Anybody else is watching, come on in and say who you are and where you're from. When I do live on my other channels, my day job, we go live a couple times a week. I always ask people, where are you from? We have a contest to see who is the furthest one away from Raluca, who is about 30 feet away in her office. So, Carvin, I don't know where you're from. Tell me what state, and I believe you're further away because you're not in this house. So let me know who you are, where you're from. We'll see who's the furthest. And while that's going on, to let you know who I am, like I said, I'm Rainey. We live in southern Maine, and we're kind of fairly new to the whole nautical boating business. What I'm doing is, when all this negative stuff came up here throughout the world, I decided I was going to do something to keep me at home. So I went down in the garage, ordered some plans, went down in the garage and built myself a 15-foot sailing cross rig canoe. And I said, oh, this is fun. So when I got that done, which is right around March of this year, I decided, I think it was like March, I decided I'm going to build me an 18-foot, it's called the Sea Strike 18, an 18-foot deep V fishing boat. So that's the project I'm on right now, and this is all part of my dream boat project, because my next step after this, which I'm hoping to have this one done by next summer sometime, and then I'm planning on my big build. It's going to be a 40-foot catamaran, a power catamaran, and hopefully by the time I'm finished building that, because I'm building one in a special way, certain shape, that by the time I'm finished building it, I'm hoping electric motors and electric power and solar power, all that stuff will be advanced enough that I can actually put it and make it work good on my boat, so we can get on it and spend months on it and travel the world and have a lot of fun. So that's my long-term goal. So in searching for my goal and going through my dream boat project, I'm trying to learn as much as I can about boating on our site, on my channel, where we're speaking. We want to get speaking to a lot of people about different areas. We're reviewing products. We're going to be doing all kinds of stuff, interviewing people that are living on board. And so this is just the first step, which is finding out how people are making money. So now you see where I'm coming from, where we're going. So go ahead and join us. I'd love to have you subscribe so you can grow with me and follow along. And when I come around to your port somewhere in the world, maybe we can go fishing. You bring the beer. All right. So anyways, I've got quite a few here, so let's go over them. Some of them are interesting. If you've done anything like these, let me know. If you have any ideas or additions, I'd love to hear your comments. And what I'm going to do, I don't want to mention anybody by name to embarrass them, or maybe they don't want people to know that they're doing things. So I'm just going to give first names, okay? So the first name, this gentleman, Tim, says, he's in the planning stages right now. He's a musician, so he's going to be playing shows at small pubs and festivals along the route. He says he's been doing that for years. I don't know if he's been doing, I guess he's been playing, doing things along the years, playing at festivals and pubs, but I'm not sure if he's actually doing that from on board yet, but because he did say planning stage. So there's number one. The next one, he says, I'm starting a fans only page. That's interesting. I'm going to have to find out more about that. A lot of these people, I asked them, what do you mean? And I'm still waiting. So that's Ryan. Dominic says, we moored up and asked around for work. Then we roll up our sleeves and do what needs to be done. Sadly, neither one of us has scalable jobs. We're both dyslexic. We're manual workers, but certainly not complaining. Just playing the hands that we were dealt as best we can. Great, Dominic. Manual workers, I'm sure there's a lot of them needed in the marinas. I know, speaking with people, there's so many things that they need to have done. I know if I had a sailboat and I was in a marina and I needed to have a light bulb changed on the top of my mast, there's no way I'm going up there. So, Dominic, if I saw you, I'd pay for you to go all the way up there, ship me up. The only way I'm going to go up there is in one of those big cherry pickers, where you stand in it and, I could have my beer on the way up. Okay, next one here is, let's see, Charlotte. Charlotte says there are big channels out there who monetize and have Patreons or buy me a beer kind of funding. I like her already. And sometimes blogging. We only have two ways of funding our life: property rental, which they do, and interest from investments. This doesn't sustain the constant expenses of living on board, but it's not all it's not all boobs and bikinis. I hope I don't get banned for that. I'm just reading. We're going to have to start offering charters, and I'm investigating selling our photos online. Great, Charlotte. Yeah, you can do well just by doing blogging. I see a lot of them out there blogging and making money off their Patreon. A lot of times when I see people have a Patreon site, I'll click on it to see how many people have actually signed up, and you can pretty much figure out by, $30 a month, or $20 or $5 a month, how much they're actually doing. Some of them are doing really well. Let's see. Switching over to current comments, Carvin says, I'm down in Jacksonville, Florida. Raluca, you got bumped. He's in Jacksonville. I tell you, it's so cold here. I wish I was there now. He says, working on the ships out at Mayport, Florida shipyard. I work as a machinist and carpenter. 3 years to retirement. Yee-hoo! Yee-hoo! That's like what I say. Thanks for the shout out. And thanks for giving me something to shout out, Carvin. So, hey, anybody else here, go ahead and give us a shout out here. Say something. Yeah, let's see. Where are we at? Now, Wim is his name. W-I-M. Sailing Exodus. We are living on board full-time, traveling life. I like that. And don't even have a house anymore. And we earn our money by translating books. No high income, but enough to have a good life. I'm going to have to go to get a hold of Mr. Wim and speak to him about that. Raluca and I have written quite a few books ourselves, but they're all in English. And oh, by the way, my co-pilot, okay, a co-captain is Raluca, and you see her in the chat. It's Beauty by Ralu. That's also her YouTube channel. So, ahoy. Marvin says, I work on boats, fiberglass and gel coat repairs mostly. I travel, but not as much as I want. East Coast. I have a mooring in Boston and a slip in Key West. I have a customer base in both places and also in North Carolina, where I've spent time. I stay in Key West for the rest of the winter. That sounds nice. It's like Carvin down in Jacksonville, Key West. That's great. Actually, we've been to Jacksonville a few times. Carvin, Raluca, and I, we own, I should say my day job, we own a hypnosis school, and we've actually taught classes at a hotel conference room in Jacksonville a couple different years. we go down there, rent the classroom for a conference room for a week, and make it a vacation. stay a few extra days. So yeah, we've been down there. All right, where are we at? Curtis Ramsey, boatyard work. That seems to be a common thread through here, boatyard work. Terry, we share our adventures. We have our captain's license, and people pay to come aboard and cruise for a few days at a time. That sounds like fun. We're just, like I said, we're just starting out. I'm making my ocean boat now, but between now and the time that's done, hopefully by next summer or the end of next summer, Raluca and I are both going to get our captain's license. Yep. And I'm captain only by name, captain with the abbreviations. Sorry, Carmen, but I will be one. And, of course, Raluca has to get her captain license because she'll be doing the driving while I'm doing the fishing. Okay. And Terry also says, I sew. I make sail bags and paint them and sell them. I guess those are those big long bags. When the sail goes down, it goes in. Gabby says, I teach Spanish online. If someone's interested in feel free. Not free. He's making money off this. Let me start over. I teach Spanish online. If someone is interested, feel free to contact me. Ja, ja, ja. He goes, that must be Spanish for ha, ha, ha. Okay, ja, ja, ja. Marty, retired HD mechanic. Guess what I do at $150 an hour? And someone had asked, what's HD? And he wrote back, heavy duty. He's a certified welder, electrician, marine plumbing, and marine mechanic. All Red Seal journeymen since 1980. Now, you see a lot of people doing, day jobs and general laborers. So someone that's a heavy-duty mechanic or has these kind of trades, electrician, welders, I can see where that would really be coming in handy. Someone comes into port or they're in a marina and something breaks, and they have to have it fixed. Where are you going to find a machinist or a welder or something like that? Valero, I make the most wonderful charters to paradise with the most beauty and stunning mermaids that you can choose. Now, I did write back and say, please explain more, but I haven't heard back from them yet. But they take you to trips to paradise with mermaids. So I don't know if they have mermaids on board or if there's mermaids floating along them like dolphins. I haven't really found the place where they have that yet, but hey, I haven't looked at all the videos. There might be some there. Hello, John. John Meyer just came on. Greetings. Where you from, John? Let us know if you're living on board, if you're living off board, if you're living underboard, if you're living overboard. Let us know. Living overboard. Man overboard. John, catch. Let's see. Amy. The last 11 years I've been self-employed. I write resumes and provide LinkedIn optimization. Yeah, see, I said that word right. And my second business is an industrial marketing consultant. I have been building towards this laptop lifestyle for a long time and had plans to continue to do the work I do while living aboard the boat. I mainly planned to sail the Gulf, Caribbean, and Eastern Seaboard. Eastern Seaboard, come up to Maine and we'll go fishing. Okay. And I also will need internet access and utility power, not in that order, to keep my work devices charged when I need them. I will know better what is going to be needed when I'm on the boat in the marina, without service for a weekend, then extended periods of time, etc. That's when I will be better able to cobble it all together. I'm actually giddy thinking about the possibilities. When you talk about this kind of stuff, isn't that what happens? You get giddy. It's just such a cool lifestyle. I just saw a YouTube video of a gentleman from someplace in Colorado. He was showing his very first video. He and his family decided, with all the negativity going on in the world, they said, well, you only live once. They decided to sell their house. They bought a catamaran, about a 38-foot catamaran, and moved to Miami. And they're going to live, the liveaboard lifestyle. He doesn't know anything about sailing. I don't know if he's even been on a sailboat, but he bought a 38-foot catamaran sailor and just moved, he and his wife and his 2 kids and I believe a dog, all down there, and then got himself a boat. And then there's a couple more videos where they just got on the boat. But that's pretty interesting. It says, she still goes on, you can use signal boosters. Oh, no, somebody else wrote back to them as a reply. You can use a signal booster as it was one made by Digital Yachts. You should get a 4G signal at around 25 miles from the coast. Then some solar panels and water maker. Seawater Pro does a partly DIY material around $3,000. It will make the difference to let you be off-grid and still be connected. Great ideas. Thank you, guys. And let's see, John. He's living in New Zealand, ex-Navy. John, actually tomorrow I need to call New Zealand. There's actually a boat builder in New Zealand I've been trying to get a hold of. Captain, you remember his name, Luca? Captain something? From CompuCC. Compu something. Anyways, he's got plans for the next cat that I want to get. He's in New Zealand. I got to get a hold of him. And so I'm going to be doing that tomorrow. So you're going to have a call from Maine, pretty close to you. So welcome. And Kevin, I'm looking forward to getting started on the 20-foot Tolman, 21-foot Tolman he's building. Tolman skiff. I'm going to watch every one of your videos. All right, Carvin. The reason being is I'm not too sure about how to draw out the sides, Captain. Can you give me a hint how to draw out the sides? Are you talking about the drafting? How to measure and take it and put it on the wood? Because right now my plans, I have full-size plans for my, my Sea Strike 18, but the full-size plans are for just some, not all of the sides. The struts going from front to back. There's some of them that I have to do drafting. And I should be making videos on those hopefully within the next week or two. I'm getting back down in the garage in the cold and getting back to work again. So now that I know you need to do that, when I do that, I'll put it on video so you can see. Let's see, where are we going here? I just did that one. Angela says, I'll be 3D designing and making art, but haven't left yet and still waiting on satellite internet as my design program needs to be connected to run. 2 years to go, so I guess I'll be on in 2 years. Okay. So, we're also making jewelry, making a jewelry range for people who love the ocean. Ooh, I love the ocean. I love all the jewelry with with those steering wheels and the anchors, and there's some pretty cool stuff out there. Let's see. Magnus. I own Bitcoins. They work like a charm. Currently, I have 25 years of sailing financed. Oops, sorry, 26 years. That's right. It's a new year, Magnus. I know it can and will go down eventually, but I guess I will get quite a few years out of it. Maybe I can last a lifetime. We'll see. Well, I wish you the best of success with that. Hope it does last a lifetime. Okay, it looks like we got a few more people here, so go ahead and let me know who you are. Jump on here, leave a comment, say, hey, I'm here from so-and-so. Martin, I invest and trade, but I still live ashore for now. But that should all change in the next 12 to 24 months. He's not going to be living ashore. It's really cool to get these ideas. I actually started to make a list, and I came up to about 24 different things, different ways of making money living on a boat, because I went online and did searches for it, how to make money living on board, how to make money, with the onboard life. And with all the searches, I was able to find the average was like maybe 8 or 9 methods. The biggest were 11 methods, and they all copied each other. So, I mean, just with this list I'm going over, I don't know how many we're going to get through tonight, but I have like 40 of them. And I have another 20 that aren't even on that I put in a separate list by myself. But the 40 are from people who are actually doing it or in the process of doing it. So it's really cool to have a list from people who have, I guess, tried and proven that have done it. So, and that's why I want you to add your own on here, because if you add more, we can keep it growing. And I want to eventually make some kind of, flyer or leaflet, if we have enough, maybe even a small book that we can put together that will help people to make money. And how do you make money? Hey, go get that report that Rainey made that on how to make money, and people get that and we'll make money everywhere. How's that? All I ask is that you take me fishing on your yacht. Let's see, sailing. That's her whole name. So we'll just call her Sailing. Partner works from a boat as a software developer, and I manage social media accounts as a virtual assistant. There's a lot of jobs for virtual assistants. Plus, he's a whiz with electrical things. Always someone needing help. That's great. Tony says, okay, I got a kick out of this one. We circumnavigate. Now, here's the word. It's septuagenarians. Septuagenarians. If anyone knows what that means, I looked it up. Don't look it on Google. If you know what that means, go ahead and type it, okay? So we circumnavigate. Septuagenarians have worked in over 20 of the 65 countries we have visited so far in our 10-meter Sweden yacht Comfort 34. But we rarely went to a marina. Now, I looked up that. Well, actually, before I looked it up, I wrote back. I said, "What's a septuagenarian?" And I got an angry face. One of those, instead of a smiley face, it was an angry face. I had no idea what it was. So I'm going to tell you what it is, but I'm going to go to a couple others because I want to see if anybody knows, and they enter it in here. Okay. Let's see. Jerry says, I'm in the tropics. In the tropics, I do pretty good chartering out fishing trips. Now that I think would be fun. You know, maybe we're looking, I could do that, charter out some fishing trips, but I'm afraid that I've seen some people doing charters, and the captain will actually fish at the same time, you know, to help the people get extra fish. But I think I'd catch some fish, and I'd completely ignore the people that are on there and be catching my fish, having a good time, and they say, hey, we're the ones paying to be here, you know, so I don't know how that would work for me. All right, George says, side jobs, and I live on my Social Security check. Okay, speaking of Social Security, I'll let you know what a septuagenarian is. It's someone between 70 and 79 years old. So that's what they call them. Someone who in their 70s is a septuagenarian. I guess you have to be 70 to be able to pronounce that word. And I found that was interesting. So he's circumnavigating the world in his 70s. Great, Tony. George says, oops, I already spoke to George. Arno, I sell international health insurance for cruises. Not yet on the boat, but I'll continue to do so as we cruise. And Arno, we're going to have to cruise by here because I'm going to need that for mine. And let's see, John. Sept is French for 7. Oui, oui. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7. 6, 7. 8, 9, 10. Thank you. And Carvin says, that is life, Georgia. I must have missed something. Sometimes I missed the comment before to understand what the comment means now. Okay, and let's see. We have Cole. We're going to continue a little bit. I've been going 23 minutes. If I'm going too long, let me know. If you want me to continue doing more, let me know. And if we get a bunch of, what are those things, thumbs up and subscribers, we'll even do another one like this and give you guys more of them. So going back here, Cole says, I do digital marketing and set up photo shoots for a company. All you need is Wi-Fi every so often to set up your post and do emails. Then shoot a few lifestyle shots whenever you pull up to an island. That sounds interesting. Robert, internet services and infrequent but extremely high value purchase other than your rum ration. I am completely lost. I'm sure it means something to someone else, but internet service and infrequent but high value purchases or other than your rum rations. Or rum rations. So maybe they're going to the islands and buying rations of rum and bringing it back. Maybe he's a rum smuggler. Da, da, da. The camera zooms in on him. You ever see that on when you're watching videos or watching TV shows and something bad happens to somebody and all of a sudden... I love that. Okay, I lost my place. I zoomed in on me. Dun, dun, dun. Okay, Darren says get a business license and captain license and run fishing or adventure tours, wildlife viewing from your vessel. I like that. I love viewing the wildlife. Let's see. George said he lived on a boat drawing his retirement check. My dream there. Okay. Come on, Carvin. You're never going to retire. You're going to be an old sea dog and keep on working right along because you stay healthier and stay happier if you're working. It just came to mind. Maybe you don't. Christina, running a cake decorator. Ooh. Oh, no, she's an RN. I thought it was run. I thought she couldn't spell run, but it's RN and a cake decorator. But also can be a bartender or server or pick up a gig doing music. Ooh. Taz. Taz, I think, has been in his marina for a long time because Taz is the harbor master. There we go. Ashley. She goes, it's a bit eclectic. He's a marine engineer. I make jewelry, do tarot card readings, and sew canvas. There's quite a variety there. Have boat, will tarot. Joshua, I wonder how many people owned vending machines. This was an interesting one. I wonder how many people own vending machines. I had the idea last night, and maybe it could support me as a cruiser for a year. So I wrote back to him. I said, Joshua, what do you mean? You want to put vending machines on your boat and have your boat come to dock and have people come on and buy things? He goes, no. He said, I want to have vending machines from port to port, maybe in the marinas, maybe in different towns, kind of like people that have vending machines and they go and service them each day or every once in a while to refill them. But he wants to go port to port, and he can go in and fill them and come back and stay on his boat and then go to the next port. I think that's a cool idea. Very creative. That's the entrepreneurial creativeness. Philippe. Food service are good income. Food services are good income if you like it. And when it says food services, I believe it's talking about delivery services. Let's see, harbor pizza delivery. Another one, if you have manual skills, you can repair sails. Sport. And a new one. Now this one I'm not familiar. I've heard it before, but I don't really know how it works. But a new one-boat theater or artistic dance. Acrobatic shows and spotlights. So I guess I can have spotlights on the boat and do acrobatic shows on the boat, climbing up the mast and jumping to here and diving in the water. Guess if you could tilt the boat, you don't need a net. You could always fall in the water. But when he said boat theaters, imagine having a big sail. If you could lift this big sail and make it like an outdoor drive-in theater, have your 35 millimeter or whatever they call that, the old one that we used to turn, like they have outdoor theaters, but instead of the big screen, use a sail. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Has a good sewing machine. He lived 10 years in the Mediterranean making money. Okay, so there's another one. Camilla says she had a friend, I guess, making sales and that kind of thing. Let's see. Oh, Jason. Okay, here's what I like. Marry a rich person. Okay. What do you think of that, Carvin? Okay. Marry a rich person is a great way to make money on a boat. So if there's a rich, lovely, elderly woman out there looking for a married man to take on board, Raluca hasn't screamed at me yet. I'm kind of expecting a shoe to come flying at me. I'm not in trouble now because it's like a 15 to 20 second delay when you say things on here between I say it and time she gets it. So I probably have time to make it to the door right now. Yeah. All right. Yeah, Carvin goes, yes, I think he's interested too. Well, see, that's what I was saying. If there's somebody that wants, I was talking about you, Carvin, not me. Okay. All right. Marry a rich person. Oh, here's a cool one. Set up a laundry service on your boat. A lot of these larger yachts have washing machines, and set up a laundry service. Now, if you're going to be in the marina for a while and you want to really take off on this, why not? A shoe just flew through here. Okay. Oh, it's not a shoe. Next, next best thing to shoes, facial cleaning pads. She just threw that at me. All right. This is a dangerous job. Do live videos. Get things thrown at you. Duck, duck. As Ross, was it Ross that said that on Friends? Pivot, pivot. Okay. So anyways, yeah. Before I was so rudely interrupted, rather than just doing, or in addition to doing laundry services on your boat, why not pick up the laundry from everyone and bring it to a laundromat, you know? Now, if you're in port, okay, you're in someplace in the Caribbean, you might have to get one of those little electric scooters and you have this big backpack you use filled with laundry. Hopefully a house won't fall on you. You're driving a bicycle, right? Or riding your little moped. But yeah, take it to the laundromat and do it that way too. Everyone doing okay? We're still having fun? Okay. Julia says, business development consultant. That's what she does. Alan, cybersecurity practitioner. Cybersecurity. Let's see. Jeremy. Make soap from the fauna on the islands you visited and sell it. Think of that. Make soap from the fauna of the islands you visit and sell it. So, this here soap is made from poison ivy. Make you itch for days. I actually wrote back to this person, Jeremy. I says, well, the problem is, I have a hard time distinguishing the difference between tea berry and poison ivy. They look the same. One of them has berries and one of them doesn't. He goes, get a book and learn. It was kind of a joke, but yeah. All right. But that's not a bad idea, especially if you're you can sell it on your YouTube channel, okay, your traveling channel, and say, we just left this island and we made this soap and this lip balm and this bath salt or whatever. And when we get to the next one, we're going to make something with kiwi. If we go to New Zealand and we go to the place where they have the swimming pigs, we're going to take stuff from the pig. No, that probably wouldn't be a good idea. We're going to have pork flavor. That's not fauna though, is it? Okay, I still, I'm a meat person, The soap, oh boy. Let's see, that's why they don't let me in the beauty stores anymore. I keep on telling them they should make lipstick camouflage colored. Darren, get a business license and a captain's license and run fishing or adventure tours, wildlife viewing from your vessel. That's a great one too. Brandon, now this is practical. Do what you normally do on land, just part of the year, and reduce your budget. So if you have a regular job, do your regular job part of the year and go have fun. So like if you're up here in Maine, like we live in Maine, probably 5 miles from the ocean, stay here in the summer and then work all summer long, amassing a fortune, and then get on the boat and go down and visit Carvin down in Florida for the winter. Do you have a spare room if I need? Oh, that's the whole idea of the boat, right? Okay, so I guess we're all set with that. And I'm getting to the end of this list. Lifestyle coaching. Kimber says lifestyle coaching, life coach, wellness coach, health coach. There's tons of coaching work out there that can be done on a boat. I'm not on a boat yet, but we will be in the next 2 years. I personally, I'm a massage therapist and lifestyle coach and training. I also coach yoga, meditation, and journaling. Excuse me, there's a lot of great ideas. And finally, Tom, drumroll. I am surprised there's not more skilled tradesmen here. I'm surprised too, Tom. I'm waiting for my divorce to finalize before going full time. Okay, there we go. I'm a pipe welder, fitter, and have no problem finding good paying short-term work. Outages all over the world. Have hood, will travel. I guess that's that thing, that hood that they wear when they do their welding. Have hood, will travel. So yeah, that's great because we had spoken about someone earlier that had the the skilled tradesman type job, with plumbing and these kind of things here. So that's great if you have those kind of abilities. And you go to port, just you could put up a sign or whatever. Put a sign on the side. That's one thing you don't see. These yachts with a sign on the side of it saying, Captain John the plumber, or rat infestment specialist or something on the side of the boat. You don't see that kind of stuff like you do with cars, but it might not be a bad idea. So that's what we have on that list. But there's one more I thought was kind of cool. I actually found it on another site just as I was getting off. The guy says, what I do, he says, we get up early in the morning. My wife and I get up early in the morning. We make a sign, and we go to the edge, I guess the beginning of the dock, and just sit there and have our coffee with a sign saying, we will work, available to work today. And he says they always, sometimes it might take a little while, but someone will always hire us to do something. So there you go. We have this great list. Or you could just say, available to work today, and be willing to work. There's cleaning. There's all kinds of things you could do. Ooh, see, there's one that wasn't even on there. So I have a lot more from reading this to put on my list. So you folks let me know in the comments if you enjoyed this. If you'd like to see more videos like this, I could interview people for other things. Let me know what other kind of things you'd like to see. You'd like to learn what are people doing with this on a boat, or how are they doing this, how are we doing that. Give me some ideas and we'll do some research and get back on. I like doing this because it's fun. I get to meet the people speaking to it, and I get to expand my knowledge. I get to be educated. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So let's see. That's a brownie, Captain. Thanks, Carvin. Let's see. He goes, best wishes to you. Full steam ahead. Anchors away. You're running out of those terms. Anchors away. But hey, I want to thank you all for watching. And like I said, those that are watching now, if you have more ideas, put them in the comments. And those of you that are going to watch this, I know you have plenty of ideas. If it helped you, give us a thumbs up. Thumbs up helps us to get higher with all the different, the innards there of the search engines, so we can get out there and more people can hear about us and join in. And the whole idea is us water people helping each other. So go ahead and subscribe, do a thumbs up, share this with your friends, send us beer, and I will see you. I'll see you the next time. I'm just reading a note at the same time. People are putting notes on. Available to work today sounds like an intriguing option. Yeah, John, it's a good idea. I thought that was one of the better ones. So take care, everybody. Have a great time. Bye-bye now.